Hello and welcome to the video by TrumpExcel. I am Sumit Bansal, and in this video I will show you how to work with date and time columns in Power Query. So here I have some random dummy data set, and let me open this in Power Query. So I would go to data and I would click on from table range. This opens the data in the query editor, and let me remove the change type step so that I can show you exactly how this works. Now I have all these columns that have date and time combined. Here the first column is manufacturing date. Now let's suppose that you have a stock of inventory lying around and you want to know the age of the inventory. Then you can use the age value in the date options to calculate the age from this date till the current date. To do that, I would go to the transformation tab, and here I have date and time column, and these are the date and time options. If I click on date, I have the age option here, and when I click on this, see what happens. This is 1st July 2017, and when I click on this, it gives me the age in days, and it also gives me the number of hours and minutes and seconds and everything here, so that you can easily calculate age here. Let me remove this step. Now the second is date only. So for example, in this case I have the date as well as the time, and I only want the date part of it. Then I can come here and I can get only the date part of it, so I can easily extract the date. In this case here, I have the date in a very specific format, and this is the format that Power Query understands, which is there is the year, the month, the day, then there is T for time, and then there is the time, and then in some cases there is also time zone. So I was looking at Microsoft Help, and these are the different time date and time zone formats that Power Query can understand. So you can see Y, which is year, month, date, then T, and then HHMM. So these are for hour and minute and second. So these are all the formats that it understands. And in case you get anything like this and you want to get the date out of this, then you can simply come here and click on parse, and when you do this, it will give you the date instantly. If you only want the time, you can go and use the option, the parse option in time here. Let me also delete this and delete this. Now let's select a date here. So let's do this. I would select this date here. Let me first convert this into a date format because it was left aligned, which meant that it was being considered as text. Now I have the date here, and let me bring this here to the end. Here you have the year option, and in this case what it would do is it would give you the year of the date. So in this case the year would be 2018, and since this is all 2018 data, it would give you 2018. If I click on it, you can see it gives me the year value. If you want to know the start of the year, which would be 1st January 2018, then you can come here and you can use the start of the year. So if I click on this, it gives me the first day of the year, which is 1st January. Similarly, I can also get the last day of the year if I want. Just like year, it will also give me month, so it will give me the month value, the start of the month, the end of the month, which will be 1st July 2018 or 31st July 2018. Then it will also give me the days in months. So in this case, July has 31 days, so it will give you how many days are there in the month of the date that you have in this column. And it will also give you the name of the month, for example July or August or September, so it will give you this. Now there are other options as well. So for example, here I have quarter. So if you want, you can get the quarter of the year or the start of the quarter, which would give you a date, or end of the quarter, which would again give you a date. The same thing you can do with week. So week of the year, 1 to 52, how many, what's the number of the week of the month, the start of the week and end of the week value. This might be useful if you're working with stock data. So if you want to know the you have the trading data or the transaction data, and you want the start of the week, then you can instantly get it from the date here. You can also get this from day. So for example, here it will give you the day of the week, the day of the year, and all these, and it will also give you the name of the day. So for example, Sunday, Monday, or Tuesday. So if I click on this, you can see it gives me all these day names. Let me remove this step. And it has the earliest and latest value. So in earliest, it will give you what's the earliest date in this, and latest would give you what's the latest date, but it will not show it in a column. It will open it different. So it will give you a record in this case. If I click on earliest, it opens this and it gives you this single value here. So let me delete this. Now similarly, similar to date, you also have the time option. So if I select something that has a time, which is here in this case, let me bring this to the end. And now here I have time options, and let me also format this as a time. I have these options that become available to me. So if I click on this, you can see time only, you can get the local time, you can parse the data if you have it in that format, you can get the hour value, you can get the minute second value, and you can get the earliest and latest data. And in case you have a duration, so if I format this as a duration here, then you can also use these options. So in the duration, it will tell you how many days are there in the duration. So for example, if you are tracking a project and you know the start date and the end date and you're calculating the duration, then it will give you the days and hours and minutes and seconds and all these values. You can also multiply and divide these and calculate and do some statistical operations on the duration if you want. Also, if I select, let's say, date here, you see this option combine date and time. So for example, if I have a date here, let me change this to a date. So if I have date here and I have time here, then I can combine these two by merging these columns. So let me do one thing, let me convert this into, so this is the duration right now, but if I convert this into time, now I have a date column and I have a time column. Oh, this is giving out an error. Let me do one thing, let me convert this into time. Okay, so let me delete these steps so that I can get the original data here. Now I have the time column here and I have the date column here. Let me change this into a date type. So this is a date type, this is time, so I'll change this to time. And now if I select both these and I go here, it allows me to combine the date and time. So you can merge this data or you can easily combine this using this option. And when I do this, it will give me the combined merged date and time option. So these are the date and time options that you can use in Power Query. These are quite useful when you're working with huge data sets, especially when you want to quickly calculate stuff like what week of the month it is, or what week of the year it is, or what day it is. Then you can easily use these options to get the data in a separate column or in the same column. That's it in this video. I hope you found this useful. Thank you and have a nice day.